Hey, I'm Dave Pedersen.
Walter Benasiak here.
Doing a little commentary to Rocky.
Oh, yeah. One of my favorite logos, that MGM logo.
All right, let's talk about the first time you saw Rocky.
We're going to go into it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, okay, I remember this better than I remember things that happened recently. Oh, the music. There it is. Look at that. So the first Rocky movie I saw was actually Rocky 3.
Is it the one with Drago?
No, that was 4. This is with Mr. T and Hulk Hogan.
Sorry.
I was 8 years old. I don't remember why I remember being 8 years old, but I know I was 8 years old. My cousin, I was at my cousin's house. It was like a really bright, sunny day. He had a pool at his house. I think we were all swimming. And his aunt came in and was asking, oh, do you guys want to watch Rocky 3 or Rocky 4? And I was like, I thought they were talking about Rocky and Bullwinkle, Rocky.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, Rocky 3. Yeah, I want to see the third one. I like threes.
Your reference.
Yeah. So they put it on, and that opening scroll we just saw. But in Rocky 3, it's with a big championship, world heavyweight championship belt, and I was just entranced from then on. When I found out that there's more Rockies, I would go to Joe's Video in Calumet City and rent these Rocky movies. Eventually, I bought. I don't know how. I think my dad found Rocky 5 and Rocky 3 on VHS. So I'd
he had a guy
all the time. Yeah, he had a guy. He had a lot of guys.
Yeah, I know
find
those guys.
Stuff, and
yeah.
he would just come home with random things. He was a building inspector, so he would just pick up stuff. But
is this Sylvester Stallone's? This is Rocky right here.
This is Rocky. This is his first introduction to the cinematic world. There he is.
He was in porno movies before this, right?
He was in a few things. I mean Rocky's introduction, not Sylvester Stallone's.
Okay, sorry, the same guy.
Might as well be.
It's a documentary, real time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He was in a few things before this. I think like Lords of Flatbush or something like that. He was in a few like really small things. I think he had like a very small part in American Graffiti, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
And he had a couple small roles, but this was obviously his first starring role. I mean, he wrote the movie.
He wrote Rocky.
He wrote. He wrote Rocky.
So he's the writer.
Yeah, he's the writer. He didn't direct the first one, but he directed 2, 3, 4, and the 6th one.
So he's not really stupid. That's the character.
You're right.
That's not how he actually goes out.
Yeah, I'm not really that dumb.
Hey, give me a pen. I got a thought. So you got to think about something.
There's more Brando.
That's a really bad Sylvester, and that's his real name, right?
Sylvester Stallone. Yeah, that's
he wasn't named.
Gardenzio, I think, is his middle name. He's he's not 100% Italian from what I remember. I think his mother is like Russian Jewish or something.
Okay.
So I think I'm half Italian, so we're actually the same amount Italian. But my last name, actually, my first and last name don't really show the Italian side.
Walter Garbanzo Bean Benasiak. Sorry, whatever it was. Okay, so I really had no idea that he wrote this.
Yeah, he
before.
wrote. Yeah, I mean, the story behind the making of Rocky could be a great movie within itself. I mean, it goes back to, he tells the story on the DVDs and the extra features that he went to a Chuck Wepner fight versus Muhammad Ali. Chuck Wepner, they call him the Bayonne Bleeder. He had no shot against Muhammad Ali.
Right.
This is like, this was a championship fight, I believe, but it wasn't anything serious for Ali at that point. And he went to that fight, and he saw Wepner knocked Ali down. It was a big moment. It was, out of nowhere. And he didn't win, but he got inspired from there, and he went home and started writing the Rocky movie. And from there, he was living on the streets with Butkus, his dog in the movie. I mean,
Butkus?
Butkus, yeah.
Okay.
Great name for a dog too.
Like Dick Butkus?
Like Dick Butkus.
Is that what it was named after?
I don't think so. Well, maybe, I don't know.
Hey, Butkus.
That was a terrible.
Who is that?
I don't know. It's not.
Yo, Butkus, you gotta come down here. Hey, yo, Butkus. But yeah,
it seems like he yells. When he yells, he just sounds like.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
It's more like he's having a stroke.
He's joking on his saliva. So eventually he got, I think he was at an acting audition, something with MGM, I believe, or United Artists, and he said, he wasn't going to get this part, but he said, I don't know if it matters, but I have this script. I do some writing if you guys would be interested in looking at it. And they were interested, so he gave him the script, and they started offering him I mean, to him, huge amounts of money. I mean, hundreds of thousands of dollars for this Rocky script, but he wouldn't sell the script unless he was able to star in the movie.
Okay.
That was the caveat. And eventually they actually let him do it. So, and the rest is basically history from there. Just the whole thing. He really was homeless for at least, I think, a couple weeks before he finally got, sold the script and was in, they agreed for him to play Rocky and everything.
It's hard for me to separate Sylvester Stallone from Rocky. Like, I imagine
for
that's
everybody.
How he is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because what else?
Rambo.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah, I'm thinking Judge Dredd. Like that.
Judge Dredd. Copland's a great movie.
Okay.
He has a great role in that. That's one of probably his best non-franchise role, I'd say, is in Copland. The same director of Logan that he just came out, James Mangold. Really good movie.
So why'd they choose Philadelphia?
I think Stallone grew up, I believe, in New York, and I think he was going back and forth from Philadelphia at that point. But I think he knew Philadelphia as this, rough and gruff town, sort of this Eastern, sort of atmosphere. And, it's not quite New York, but it's got more of a small town kind of vibe.
These guys up to?
Yeah, these guys here, this is, the main guy there is Frank Stallone. That's
no way. Wait.
Sylvester's brother.
I always get his song mixed up with Patrick Swayze's songs. She's Like the Wind. Which one was his?
I don't know.
No, which one did he had a hit.
I just remember this song. I don't know what else.
Hey, let me that's good. It's a terrible stuff.
Spits it out.
Yes.
There he is. Right
which
there.
one?
The one who just ducked.
Okay. Hey.
Yeah. Music by Bill Conti here. I love the score to Rocky. I was listening to it today. I could listen to that all day,
Everybody knows Rocky, right?
Mm-hmm. The Rocky theme, and not just the theme, but the background. It's just the soft piano a lot of the time. It's a very understated score, and I love it for the quiet moments and the loud.
Oh, shit. There it is, yeah.
And by Sylvester Stallone.
All right, I'm going to drop some of this Lambrusco into this
Are we gonna
medieval
hear?
times chalice.
That's right. John G. Avildsen just passed away, the director of this movie.
Okay, what else? Any?
The Karate Kid movies, Rocky V he directed. They called him the King of the Underdogs.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, just passed away, but it's interesting going back and seeing. Yeah, I guess you can see some similarities just in the underdog story with this and Karate Kid, but yeah, it's pretty cool.
What are those gloves protecting?
His fingerless gloves?
Yeah.
I don't know.
His palms? Like his palms get cold?
Yeah, there he goes, taking off now. He's comfortable at home.
Oh, yeah, finally inside could take these useless gloves off.
There's Cuff and Link, his pet turtles.
I'm sorry.
This is when everybody fell in love with Rocky, was this moment. Everyone talks about that.
The turtle?
The turtles moment here, when he talks to his turtles. A lot of people say this is when, they get drawn into the movie. This kind of what sold it for a lot of people.
But he was, like, Rocky's supposed to be a bad guy, right?
Originally, he was kind of he's a loan, he's kind of working for a loan shark in this. So, he kind of is, but in the original script, I think he was much more rough and gruff, and Stallone started making the character a little bit more relatable and sort of softer, and turned into one of the best most recognizable cinematic characters ever.
It's kind of like a big 8-year-old.
Sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you're right. He has I don't want to say childlike mentality. It's just a very, I'm not sure what to call it.
Is he punch drunk? Is that supposed to be?
A little bit. That's sort of part, but he's always kind of been that way. He's always been a little kind of slow.
Yeah.
But he'll make,
Just slow zoom in.
Dad jokes to Adrian later, you'll see, and all that stuff.
That's him?
That's actually him, yeah. He donated some of these pictures. You can tell. Look at that lip. Look at that lip line.
Yeah. Still got the cowboy jaw.
Mm-hmm.
He's like 5 years old.
Yeah. He was 30 when they were shooting this, so, he was, at the end of his prime physically, I guess you could say.
Well, he hasn't aged a day. I don't know how he does it. Yeah.
He aged great.
Just staples whatever it is on the top of his head these days and does grill. A piece of charcoal.
Right.
Is it lower? Is that better? No? Okay.
You're getting there.
Yeah.
By the end of the movie, I think you'll get it.
I was always more of like a Paulie. Like I couldn't get enough Paulie.
Oh, I love Paulie.
Yeah.
Of course.
Robots and
Burt Young, great actor. He He was in an episode of MASH, I remember.
Okay.
That he basically played the same character.
It's like
Paulie and MASH in
the Korean War Zone with like a robot, like or a Segway or whatever it was.
Oh, we go to the Rocky IV talk.
Yeah. The best Rocky, obviously.
God, it's my least favorite. I still would take Rocky IV over any movie. I mean, I should
what's the one with Tommy Gunn?
Tommy Gunn is Rocky V. That's the one everyone hates.
Yeah. Just waiting for him to fight the whole movie, and then it's like 5 minutes.
You know, I don't know. That's another discussion. I feel.
Okay.
Like.
Yeah, we'll get.
I've been to not the inside of this, obviously, but to that corner there where Adrian's Pet Shop is, and the outside of Mick's Gym where Rocky trains in Philadelphia. I went about a year and a half ago as a graduation present to myself. Me and my brother went. We had this cab driver like take us there, and I just told him to wait. It's just like, just wait here. I need to check this out.
All right.
So I just like was walking around and taking pictures and stuff. It was like at night too, and it was like raining. I was like, I don't care. I'm in Rocky's world right now. There's a big train that goes by there too. There's Buttkiss.
That's his dog.
That's his real dog.
In real
you
life.
could tell. I mean, yeah, the dog's like trying to get out to get to his owner there.
Yeah.
He actually sold Buttkiss right before selling the script and everything. It was just him and Buttkiss, and he didn't have enough money to feed the dog, so he sold the dog. And after he finally sold the script and got some money back, he had to pay like 5 times worth of money to get the dog back later, but he got him back.
This is Adrian.
There's Adrian Talia Shire.
She kind of looks like Marissa Tomei. I never noticed
She's
that before.
the Italian thing.
Oh. Yeah.
We all look alike,
Yeah.
actually.
Well, you do look alike, like your family.
Yeah.
guys all look
Strong
alike, yeah.
genes. Strong genes, man.
So what's he doing here? He's got a stick.
Yeah, he's
for a walk?
going to collect
Okay.
from somebody who owes Gazzo money. Gazzo's the name of the loan shark.
Okay.
Tony Gazzo.
Tony Garbanzo Bean.
Garbanzo Beans. A lot of, or at least a few crossovers with The Godfather in this. The guy who plays Gazzo was in Godfather. Talia Shire is in Godfather. I've always, she is Francis Ford Coppola's sister. So
Okay.
yeah.
What's he doing?
He's going after the guy. See, this is I remember Stallone saying in one of these commentaries that this was the scene that basically landed him the role. They were willing to at least have one set up with him one day of shooting, and if it was terrible, they were going to recast him. I think like Robert Redford and all these other big stars were in the running to actually play Rocky if Stallone wasn't going to. Can you imagine?
No, I'm trying to think. Robert Redford. Man.
You can't imagine anyone else in the role, but this was the role that got. This was the scene that got him the role.
So it's not Rocky Marciano.
No,
right?
Rocky Marciano is obviously a real life boxer, the only undefeated heavyweight champion in history, and he's Rocky Marciano is like one of Rocky's idols. He has a poster of him in his room, in his apartment, and everything. Mick talks about him a little bit later in the movie, but the influence is there. The Italian boxer named Rocky.
Right.
Really hard hitter. Have you ever seen any Rocky Marciano fights? Oh man, Jersey Joe Walcott, like his first title fight, I think he caved in his face. He knocked him out. You should go watch some of it. It's entertaining.
So what's this guy's backstory?
He owes Gazzo money. You don't see him again. He owes Gazzo money. Rocky, he told Rocky to break his thumb if he didn't have enough money. He didn't have enough money, but Rocky didn't have the heart to break his thumb, and that's where you see sort of his humanity come out. He's not cut out for this kind of thing. It's just kind of what happened to him.
He's struggling. Is he smoking?
Yeah, he smokes in the first movie and the fifth movie.
How do you box and smoke?
I mean, he's Rocky.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Makes sense. Give me one.
Give my
Spark one up.
It's terrible.
Spark one up.
You're ruining mine now. I'm starting to forget how to do it. There's Gazzo. There's Tony Gazzo.
Well, you can tell he's a bad guy because he has those like
He's got the
rose-colored glasses, right?
Mm-hmm. He kind of looked like my Uncle Dave. I was used to think. He wasn't Italian, though. Uncle Dave's not Italian.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm. Getting kind of back to my roots with this, I mean, I didn't know until after I saw the Rocky 3 and started watching the other Rocky movies that my uncles, my mother's brothers, are huge into this.
Okay.
My Uncle Joey and my Uncle Johnny on the Italian side, and it's nice to sort of share that generation thing. My uncle he was a big football player in high school, and he used to pump himself up by listening to like the cassette of Rocky in his car before he go play football. So it's fun to have that connection across generations and stuff. My mom she likes Rocky well enough, so she tolerated it. I think through high school I played at least the theme from Rocky or a scene or the whole movie like at least once a day. It drove my dad insane.
I felt the same way about Frank.
But
I was more of a Frank Stallone.
Frank, you were a Frank Stallone
I was like
guy?
getting myself pumped.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Come on, let's go,
Take
Frank.
it back. Do. Listen to that on loop. Yeah, I remember one time I was watching Rocky 2, and I think I played the training sequence a couple times with the music, and I just hear my dad like, "Shut that shit off!"
You turn that shit off, Walter.
He was so angry. But I mean, you can only take so much. I understand.
Heard that goddamn song. It's not inspirational. It's annoying. How do you spell what?
How do you spell Del Rio?
Doritos?
Del Rio.
Oh, sorry. I can't understand what he's saying. It's got something.
He said, "Look at a dictionary, Rock." He's mad at him that he didn't break the thumb. This guy's just a dick.
Yeah.
He.
That's it? You see him have one time?
You should have broke your thumb. So.
Hey. Slow down, Sylvester.
Yeah. I mean, this is sort of the stuff I connected to later. I mean, when I was younger, I like, oh, they're fighting the boxing. It's so cool. He's Italian like me. Like all this stuff I connected with. But later, it was this sentimental side of Rocky that I really connected with. And it's interesting how as I got older, I grew with him sort of. It's this weird relationship that it's kind of unexplainable, Just a character I've grown up with my entire life. I would be a different person if I never saw the Rocky movies.
He walks around a lot.
He does. He doesn't have a car, I don't think.
Every which way.
Yeah, he just goes wherever he wants.
Hey, let me get a deli sandwich.
Sorry, I'm going to keep trying.
South Philly,
All right, so here we go.
Yeah, so these interiors were shot in L.A. All that stuff outside was in Philadelphia. That's like I think actually that's like a meat market or something.
Okay.
It's closed down now, but I think that's what it was actually.
Do you know what the budget for the movie was?
I think it was like $1 million or something.
Okay.
It was extremely low. Maybe less than that. But yeah, just the making of it, even after Stallone finally sold the script and was able to star in it, I mean, you can tell. I mean, it's a very low budget movie. Later, you see in the Philadelphia Spectrum with him and Apollo, there's nobody in the background in some of these closer up shots.
Right.
So you can tell
that's always hard.
Limited him.
When you get the extras out,
Mm-hmm.
It's like your three guys show up.
That's kind of how it was. I mean, I think they had him in there for a good portion, but they needed a long time to shoot these actual fight scenes, and there's nobody there sometimes.
Can't even open a lock.
Yeah, they changed his locker. They kicked him out. Mickey kicked him out of there and put his bag on Skid Row, they call it.
Put the bad ghost from Ghostbusters pictures up.
What are you talking
Gozer or whatever her name is. That's what she looked like right there.
Oh, my God. That's Gozer's locker now.
There is no locker. Only Gozer or Zool. Sorry, whatever it was.
It's true.
He's good. I mean, it almost looks like Saham in the back. That guy.
Who?
Saham.
Him?
Oh, I guess from far away. No, up close it does not. Sorry.
No, our friend Saham. Shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out to Saham. Oh, man. Yeah, this is
what is that guy? What's that guy's job?
He just cleans up around.
He's the mop guy?
Yeah, kind of. His introduction of Burgess Meredith as Mickey. I love Burgess Meredith, man. First time I went to LA.
Which one's is that? That's Mick.
He's Mickey. Okay. His trainer. There he is. The first time I went to LA and like the Hollywood Walk of Fame, that was like the first star that I recognized on the Walk of Fame, and I was like losing my mind. I was like, Burgess Meredith.
All right. So Mickey. Who else has he played? What other movies?
I mean, he's in those episodes of Twilight Zone that are really good. I think you would know more about that than I would.
Which?
The one where he breaks his glasses. There was time now. That whole thing.
It's not fair. Yeah, that guy.
It's not fair. And he was in the one. They're trying to disprove that God exists or something. That's a great episode.
Oh, where he's the angel?
No, he wasn't an angel. He was going to be executed or something.
Okay.
They're trying to prove that God doesn't exist or does exist. It's a really good episode. Though.
Okay.
And he's the Penguin in the Batman 66 series, but I feel that's a little bit of a waste of his talent.
I never made that connection. That's crazy.
Yeah, he's a very versatile actor for sure.
Is he supposed to be a boxer, or is he just?
He was a boxer.
He was a little guy.
He was a lighter weight boxer, sort of similar, I guess, to Rocky. That kind of down on his luck guy. But I mean, he opened up his own gym and trains these guys now. the whole thing is that they have, at the beginning, Rocky and Mickey have a very rocky relationship, no pun intended.
Right.
So, they kind of warm up to each other a little bit later, but Rocky has been boxing since he was young, and Mick kind of didn't take an interest in him when Rocky thought he should have, and they kind of had this, this back and forth that's not so good at first, until Rocky gets a shot at the title, and then Mickey kind of is like, well, I probably should help you out.
So he wasn't with him the whole time?
No, they didn't get along for a long time there.
My cat.
Oh, yeah, Lou over here, the cat behind the scenes.
You're a bum, Lou.
There's Adrian, yeah. Yeah, Talia Shire is great in this.
She looks like Marissa Tomei.
Yeah. A similar look for sure.
She's very nerdy, right?
They played that up for this first movie. Rocky kind of has to bring her out of her shell a little bit. Those glasses, gotta get some of those. But these are the little jokes I'm talking about. He's just trying to talk to her, and it's just a very endearing moment. How could you not like Rocky in this moment? I mean, he's just trying to be a nice guy.
He's always moving.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's one big thing is that Rocky is always kind of like punching up. If he's walking, he'll like punch a pole or something. He's just he is constantly moving. The physicality of Rocky is very distinct, and that's one of the most signature things about the character you could see as the movies went on.
So she's doing she runs a bird shop. What is it?
She's an employee there.
Okay.
She doesn't run it.
She has two jobs.
She has this job. This is her main job, I think.
She was at the pharmacy thing, right? No.
This is the same place. It's just the
so medicine and birds. Yeah.
When's the last time you
I have
saw
seen
Rocky?
this. The last time I saw it was, I think, the first time, and I was like, "Wait, he lost?" I was so pissed.
This is lame.
But it won Best Picture, right?
Yeah, it won Best Picture at the 77 Oscars, I believe.
Everybody's like, "Yeah, you got to see Rocky," and I saw it. I was like, "Wait, he loses?"
Mm-hmm. I think that's what kind of makes it stand out. It's not stereotypical. Oh, he wins at the end. It's all okay. I mean, it is okay, but for a different reason. Rocky kind of earns his self-respect, and there's a great scene later where he just wants to, go the distance with Apollo Creed. No one's ever gone 15 rounds with him with Apollo before, so that's kind of his own victory. And then he has Adrian at the end, and
Living in America to look forward to, and
Living in America.
James Brown.
Copyright strike.
This guy.
Oh yeah, brings him in. Rocky takes care of everybody. Look at that guy.
I tell you what, I said the 76 years was the best.
It's Charlie Day.
There's Andy the bar owner. He shows up again in 5 and was in a deleted scene in Rocky 6.
Rocky having a beer?
Ago. Yeah, he's having
smoking and having a beer. He's going to do 12 rounds.
Mm-hmm. That was his thing. Here's our introduction to the Paulie here in the bathroom.
My favorite, again.
Mm-hmm. Adrian's older brother.
I'd like to see a movie just about Paulie.
I agree. Burt Young is a great actor too. I mean, I feel bad for him because he really didn't get a lot of chances after this. I mean, he was nominated for Best Supporting Actor here, but he never really got a lot of great roles after Paulie for whatever reason. He was in one of the worst movies I've ever seen, Going Overboard with Adam Sandler. Don't ever watch it. He's in the movie as like some Venezuelan general or something like that. Terrible. But here, I mean, this is the role he was born to play.
What is he, looking into a mirror?
Yeah, the mirror's broken, so he's looking a little side, coming with little hair he has right there.
So his uncle, Paulie is his uncle.
Paulie is Adrian's older brother.
Okay.
So that would be his brother-in-law later.
Okay.
But yeah, Rocky and Paulie are best friends. It's this interesting relationship because, Paulie is very boisterous, loud, and a jerk, honestly, a lot of the time. And Rocky is a very understated guy. He's, the typical nice guy. He kind of just does what he has to do with the loan shark stuff. He doesn't like doing it. That's one of the main things here is that Paulie keeps asking over and over for Rocky to give him a job with Gazzo, but he doesn't. He's kind of trying to protect him to keep him out of that life. Right. He doesn't want him to do that kind of thing. But
what does Paulie do for work?
He works at a meat packing plant.
All right.
Shamrock Meats. Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Not just Italians in here.
The old Shamrock Meats.
The old Shamrock Meats. I'll tell you what.
We need a name there.
How about the Shamrock Meats for you?
What's his name? Mick.
Potato.
Yeah, okay.
Mick is Jewish in this, too.
Is he?
Mickey Goldmill.
Wow.
And then we got Apollo Creed. Here we go. Carl
All right.
Weathers in his best role.
Yeah.
Well, second to Chubbs and Happy Gilmore.
He's pretty good in Arrested Development.
As himself, I've heard.
Yeah.
I've never seen a lot of Arrested Development. But
You got a soup going. Sorry.
so we see Apollo is undefeated at this point. He's basically the greatest living boxer. Very much modeled after Muhammad Ali, the
Right.
charismatic guy. And then, seeing him, opposite Rocky later is just this very interesting clash of personalities. And as the movies go on, they become friends and everything. And it's just a very different kind of progression that you would think would happen if you just saw this first movie.
You know what's weird about Carl Weathers too is he looks like a boxer. He looks like he's been beat around the face like that. Those
he was
eyes.
an athlete. He was an athlete before. He wasn't a boxer, but I think he was a football player. He might have played in the NFL for like a season or something. But
Big guy.
yeah, he was like 6'2", definitely a true heavyweight. Stallone's a little bit shorter. Stallone's I think like 5'9", 5'10".
Right.
I'm not sure if he would qualify as a heavyweight in today's standards, today's boxing. Weight
Does he do
divisions are
like
different.
to wear lifts or any of that stuff? Or
Stallone? I mean, I don't think so. He was just wearing these high heel boots almost here, but
where's Frank? Frank?
yeah, no,
in the background?
this is different. This is Little Marie, one of the
Okay.
more famous parts of the movie here. Little Marie is the little sister of one of his friends, and she's hanging out with a bad crowd, and he's trying to look out for her like he does with a lot of
Get
people.
this Lambrusco. Sorry.
Looking at that pour, I could hear it. Listen to it.
You're a bum. Sorry.
Drink this.
Put hair on my chest.
I really like how this scene is shot here. I mean, this is South Philly.
It's a steady cam, you think?
I think it is. This is one of the first major motion pictures they actually used the Steadicam for. But I just love this scene. It's a lot of long takes, and you see the whole walk home and the whole conversation between Marie and Rocky, and it makes you like him even more. And it just looks so cool. I love these urban. Look at that.
Mhm.
I mean, look at turning the corner and everything. The lighting coming. It's
I wonder if they
how they lit this.
did the actually wet down the streets, or if it actually rained.
It
and
possibly, yeah. But it's sort of foggy out there. Probably was
Mhm.
actually wet. Probably didn't have the budget.
And I mean, when you're doing sound like this, I wonder how they were not having the neighbors yell.
Right.
Hey, look, I'm in the movie.
Shooting a movie.
What are you guys doing?
Shut up.
Yeah, I've gotten that so many times. Shooting
So
stuff.
is it good? What are you guys making a movie?
You could see that light above there. Must have had a
Yeah.
spotlight up there where the street light would be.
All
It
right, so
looks
Rocky,
great. Looks
we're
great.
in 20 minutes, and Rocky has walked for 17 of them. It's walks everywhere.
You gotta get introduced to his neighborhood.
I don't like taking the bus. Sorry.
Public transportation's for losers. Yeah, yo-yo friends.
It's simple mathematics. I could quote this whole movie. It's great.
I wonder how he got Frank on. He's like,
I'm sure.
just got him one more. He's like, all right, I'll take
It was
$100 less on the script if you get Frank in for one shot.
Right. His dad is the bell ringer at the big fight too.
Okay,
so
it's
a
$200
kind of
less.
right? It's kind of like a family affair type of deal. I'm not sure if his mom was involved at all or not, but screw you, creepo. That's the big thing. My family still says sometimes.
Screw you, creepo.
See, there he's punching the pole. Yeah,
God.
Break these hands.
18 concussions later.
mm-hmm.
I'm a little more gentle now.
There he is.
There he
Carl.
is.
There's Carl in all his glory. Man, you talk about someone who's aged well.
Yeah.
Carl looks great.
And this is the railroad tycoon from the Wild
Germans?
West here on the right.
He was in you remember that old Spider-Man TV movie and TV series from the 70s?
I think I watched a couple of them.
I used to rent that from Joe's video as well. Like the tape was all completely torn up, but he was in it. He was like the main bad guy in there. He was like controlling people. And then when I saw him in Rocky, I'm like, oh, it's the same guy.
Doesn't he
Jurgens.
look like a railroad tycoon?
Yeah, he does. He's not going to be embarrassed.
Like a coal baron?
Mm-hmm. He absolutely he talks like it too. There's Tony Burton. He just passed away, I believe, last year or 2 years ago. As Tony Duke, he plays in this movie. Apollo's trainer. There he is. He later becomes Rocky's trainer.
That jacket is.
I love it.
Those pants too.
Oh, I love it, love it, love it. This is his first best role. Second best was he was in Hook for a second.
Little known fact, they
Not second.
shot this in my grandmother's basement.
Really?
Yeah, all that
The
paneling.
wood paneling.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I could feel it. Feels like it. So this is, the bicentennial big fight, and Apollo's opponent hurt himself. He got injured training, and they can't find anybody on such short notice. This is where the freak show of getting a local guy to come in, an unknown guy, to fight out the champion of the world. Rocky is a decent boxer, but he was never like a heavyweight contender or anything like that. He never put that amount of work into it.
So there's not like a montage in this, is there? Right? Rocky's not known for montages, right?
No, there's the main one here. Rocky.
The one with him
IV.
walking around smoking cigarettes,
Right.
drinking beer, and be like,
That's it.
I'm ready.
I'm ready to fight. Rocky IV.
Have a
is
smoke, kid. Sorry. It's like, I want to make that movie where everything's just like bad, like eating cheeseburgers, and he just gets knocked out in the first hit.
Yeah. Rocky IV is where all the montages are.
Okay.
There's one in this. Well, there's a couple in this. During the fight they do a montage, but
Because, I mean, this was, when this came out, what year was it?
this is 76.
It kind of just took off. Nobody
Oh,
really.
yeah, I remember talking to my mom about it, and she said, there's this movie you got to see called Rocky. Her friends would tell her all this stuff, and when she saw it, she said, it's really good, but it was just so boring sometimes. It dragged on.
It is kind of a lot of walking around.
There's definitely the quiet moments, but as I've gotten older, those are the moments I like the most, is just Rocky sort of taking things in, and you get to learn a lot about him without him even really saying anything. That's just one of the things I think that comes with maturity, I guess.
Walkie.
He's in the car there. He just got out of the car. He's a passenger, of course.
Little fun fact, they only drove him a block, and he's going to walk
Yeah.
25 blocks.
Yeah. This guy. Listen to this.
Oh, it's that the jerk again.
Mm-hmm. Retard like the zoo. That's a slur now. You can't say that.
You can't say that.
It's his prostate. It's okay.
What?
That's what he said. He's in a bad mood. It's his prostate. I love it. Yes.
So, I mean, maybe
Yes.
him being called that name is because he's punch drunk.
Well, he was calling Adrian retarded.
Oh, I thought he was calling Rocky retarded.
No, but it's not outside the realm possibility for
Yeah.
that guy. He was just a jerk to be a jerk. I think kind of creates more sympathy for the character for Rocky. It worked though.
Yeah.
Tony Gazzo here is an interesting character because he's a bad guy. I mean, he's this loan shark. I'm pretty sure he's killed people.
Right.
Or something like that. I mean, he's beat people up at the very least, or had Rocky do it for him. But he's such a supporter of Rocky. You see him coming in too, and he's not a huge part, but he's just sort of a background character that is definitely a big supporter of Rocky. No matter what he's doing, if he's boxing or whatever he wants to do, walking around or
smoking,
whatever. What are you looking for? This is that voice.
Yeah.
Right? Exactly what are you looking for? So he's looking through a book of these names and the Italian style, and he finds Rocky's nickname and says, "Oh, sounds like a damn monster movie." This is Italian. Mm-hmm.
See, Italian sounds more like a slur.
Italian.
When somebody calls you like Italian versus Italian.
Italian. I mean, I've heard it a few times.
Yeah. Those Italians are across the street playing baseball.
Italians. I could go into the slurs. I've heard it. I mean, the Dago tea itself is kind of a.
What else you got? What's your favorite?
My favorite? I kind of love Dago myself.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. I think it's Dago. I don't know if this is true or not, but it's like they get paid as the day goes or something like that when they were Italians were immigrating.
Look at
to the
that
US.
guy getting paid every which way.
Yeah, as the day goes. Yeah, something like that.
And you saw his arm hair, right? They have arm hair, those
Look at
guys.
that.
Yeah.
There was a hilarious Saturday Night Live sketch recently, which this Polish couple was just making fun of Italians, like back in the 20s or something.
Okay.
And because my dad's side is mostly Polish,
Right.
and some Ukrainian. My mom's side is Italian, so I was laughing hysterically at that. It's so true. I think a lot of people didn't like Italians when they were when they were coming up here in the 20s and 30s and 40s.
So Sylvester's getting ready to train.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean,
Sparking it,
not
having
yet.
a Pall Mall.
He's just, he's not getting ready to train yet. He doesn't know Apollo wants to fight him.
She's very
What are these guys?
excited.
What are they so mad about?
These kids,
Yeah,
they're just punks.
there's like nobody else around. It's just them though.
He didn't want. That's why
They
he
just
didn't want
stop
Marie.
Rocky, the one guy that's walking around the neighborhood
Yeah.
all the time. We don't
Yeah.
like Rocky.
Yeah, they took. He took Marie from them. So
Okay,
but then
yeah.
you saw her back there. So his advice didn't really work. But she
Right.
pops up again in the 6th movie, actually, which is a pretty good storyline. There we go. We're in Adrian and Paulie's house, brother and sister, still living in the same place.
She's cooking what?
It's Thanksgiving, so she's cooking some turkey. See, Paulie was a military man. It looks
Okay.
like he was in the
Navy.
Is that the Navy there with the white hat?
Yeah.
So he didn't tell Paulie didn't tell Adrian that Rocky's going to be taking her out. He just told Rocky that she said yes without even asking her. So now she's kind of embarrassed.
So she just closed the door. Obviously, that's.
And
She's got
very
some emotional
shy.
issues. Let's not.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Adrian's growth over the movies was great to see too. She really evolved as a character, and more than just came out of her shell. I mean, she, has to kind of snap Rocky out of it by yelling at him sometimes, and those are great scenes.
I wonder if a lot of guys walked around with Rocky hats when it came out, like after it came out.
Maybe. I know I did.
Did you? Did you have like the leather jacket?
I have the hat in my car just in case.
Gloves?
The gloves, I have fingerless leather gloves that I
What
wear
do they
sometimes.
do?
I don't know. They just look cool.
They don't do anything.
They keep my hands warm.
Make me
except
so
for my
mad.
fingertips.
Sorry.
Except for my fingertips. But I dressed up as Rocky several times for Halloween. There's the turkey. So funny story about this scene is they only had enough money for one turkey. So there's guys in the alley here catching it with a mat, not a mattress, a blanket, and they would bring it back in. That's how
Steve
broke they were.
Stallone's in the alley.
Steve Stallone.
I'll get you a job. Don't worry about it. Be turkey catch.
Yo.
Can you catch your turkey?
Yo.
Oh.
Younger luck.
Look at that. I love Rocky's sweater. The V-neck sweater's sick. Wish I had one of those.
Does he got a
With the
turtleneck?
underneath it. That's a good look, man.
Looks like he's about to do some slam poetry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, brings out a little paper. Hey, yo, it's Rocky.
Yo, it's Rocky. I like
just
to
wanna
walk.
say, I like to walk.
Society ain't
You
good.
like to talk. Society
Yeah.
ain't good.
Getting political. Sorry.
Sorry if I'm breathing in the mic too much.
No,
I'll try to avoid
yeah,
it.
we breathe. I breathe so hard in this thing.
You got the little shield there, though. I got that.
I got the breathe shield.
Shield.
My allergies.
High pollen count today. There's Rocky trying to convince Adrian to come out. Sweet little scene. Paulie kind of egging him on in the background.
So far we've seen one outfit. What? No, he had his
He had a little
red
bit
shorts.
different shirt on, I think, before. But yeah,
Paulie's just gonna eat.
Paulie's got the fisherman hat on. He's always got some kind of alcohol bottle in his pocket.
Well, yeah. He's got a problem.
Mm-hmm. He got a big problem. I think actually Burt Young, the guy who played Paulie, used to be a boxer. So
Okay.
throughout the movies, you kind of see his weight fluctuate because he kind of used to
Try to cut weight.
Yeah, in Rocky 2, he lost a ton of weight, kind of gains it back in 3 and 4, and then Rocky 5, he's skinny again. It's very interesting.
So Rocky Balboa. What did we say the middle name was?
Garth. No, Sylvester Stallone's middle name was Gardenzio.
Right, Garbanzio.
Garbanzio, right. There
What's
she
Rocky's
is.
middle name?
I don't know if he has a middle name. I know his real name is Robert,
Okay.
but they call him Rocky.
Robert Balboa. Bobby Balboa.
Bobby Balboa. He names his son Robert. Rocky Jr. Look, that's a good look too. I like that.
Yeah. Who wouldn't want to take her out? Got a goddamn cashew on her head. What is that? Or a pistachio. I'm sorry. She's like checking
This
herself
is,
out. Oh yeah, I'm still Adrian. Sorry.
That's terrible. You horrible.
Well, she's wearing those glasses. Come on, she's beautiful. I mean, we know that.
Absolutely. She's very, very pretty. But I mean, that's the whole point. They're trying to hide how pretty she is under the glasses and the hat. My voice keeps cracking here. I'm sorry.
Because you're emotional.
I just really like this movie.
Under the glasses and the hat. It's like got really emotional. I just like the glasses and the hat.
Oh my god!
And then she takes it off, and then the most popular guy takes her to the prom, right? Isn't that how this one ends?
You're right.
Yeah.
Here they go to. There's some Dr Pepper in the background there.
Hey.
See that?
Yeah.
They go to this empty because this is Thanksgiving, no one's around. Ice rink, and he convinces the guy running it to let them go on the ice here.
Zamboni
boy over there. It's funny. They have to haggle
Smoking.
with money. Yeah.
I wonder if he just tosses a cigarette right on the ice. What do you think?
He doesn't. I don't think.
No.
He should have though.
He throws a lot of cigarettes every which way. So.
Mm-hmm. He haggles with the guy to let him go on the ice. Has to pay him off.
That guy's walking pretty good on the ice. I wonder if he practiced.
Yeah, maybe. Look at that hat.
Yeah, it's like a German hat.
Oh,
German army. There's a backstory there.
Yeah. Want to see that spin off?
I want to just drive Zambonis. I want to move.
I worked really, really hard on my Philadelphia accent.
Yeah, right.
You got the ice to yourself.
I wish I could pull that jacket he's got on. It's pretty good.
I like it. Yeah.
The Zamboni driver with a pilot jacket on.
Mm-hmm. So if you'll notice, I'm in the middle of editing together a web series.
Oh yeah.
And I have a scene straight lifted from this.
You know what I didn't notice. Wow, that's crazy, Walter, because I did sound on that.
Yeah.
Let's talk. We want to talk about that?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. That's the third episode of 5, and it's kind of a similar thing where they're kind of getting to know each other. Similar type of situation to this. We got really lucky with a big ice rink that no one was around to shoot over there. I think it was Rocket Ice Arena. It was called. But I definitely was taking cues from this. Absolutely. Our actor actually slipped and busted himself. Oh, so bad.
The noise.
Yeah, it's sickening. But he was okay after a while. Jimmy was all right.
Yeah, I was running sound. And I was behind where the where the hockey guys. What do you call it? The bench. And I just heard this. So, anyways, because it's a terrible impersonation. I'm sorry. Sorry. Anyways, it was like this. Sounded like everybody had knocked the wind out of him. Mm-hmm. And he was on the ground when I popped my head up.
Yeah, he was down for a little while there.
Yeah, I never I haven't seen Rocky, and I mean, probably since the first time I saw it.
Right, but yeah, this scene always stuck with me because there's no music, and it's just these two characters getting to know each other, and we're also as the audience getting to know them at the same time, and they're just so likable. I mean, and Rocky is trying to be playful with her, showing Adrian like old pictures of his fights and stuff, and that broken pinky he has. That's Stallone actually broke his pinky in there, and he always tries to incorporate real life stuff.
So how did he break his pinky?
I don't remember. I don't think he said how he actually broke it, but I know how his lips got a little messed up there. Like when he was born, they used the forceps and it got caught on his lips.
Oh, okay.
So he's got partial paralysis on the outside of his face. The side that doesn't open.
So where does this voice come from? That's like the famous.
That's part of it. That's part of it. It lowered his voice a couple octaves. And,
so when he was like a kid, he's like, "Oh, let me get a milk.
Wah wah, boo boo wah wah.
I want a juice box." He's like 7.
You got a light?
Just parking him up.
That's right.
Throwing him.
Rocky running on the ice there. I had Jimmy do the same thing. He was my actor in that scene. He was.
So how old is Adrian supposed to be?
Adrian's like 29. She's pushing.
Never had a boyfriend before.
No, not really.
Just hanging out with Paulie the alcoholic.
Yeah, kind of taking care of Paulie is sort of her background, and Paulie doesn't treat her very well. I mean, he's trying to get her out, and there's more Dr. Pepper.
That guy. Sorry.
That's all right. He's trying to get her out more, and he knows Rocky's his best friend, so he kind of hooked that up for him. Hey, yo.
There it is.
Because I can't sing a dance. Hey, yo. I have a big giant toy I press a button and Rocky says phrases from it and it like punches and stuff, and that's one of them.
I can't sing a dance. Hey, yo.
He is kind of lovable.
Oh, he is. Yeah, absolutely.
But he would break. He's probably broken thumbs if you thought about it, like that.
Oh, before?
Yeah.
I think that he's he's by his nature a very gentle character, but I mean he's probably done some stuff. He's probably had to do some stuff.
Did you blow smoke in her face?
No.
I really like you. Frank? Is that Frank?
There he is.
It's Frank Stallone, right?
Yeah. He's your big fan.
It's another $100.
2 appearances.
Killing me.
And he had that song. That song was a pretty decent, decently well known. Take Your Back.
It's just like I'm thinking of Max. He's like, what if Frank walks out when we're like back?
It's funny. Frank Stallone was in some really, really low budget movies later in the 80s, and he would say in giant letters on the box like Stallone. You look really close. It says Frank Stallone. This is Rocky trying to get her to know more about him and taking her into his apartment, showing Adrian his very small world.
His turtles.
Cuff and Link.
Would you like to come in?
Who are you doing?
I don't know who that is. I can't do it.
Would you like to come in?
It's like an old guy.
Hey, Adrian, I really like you.
Just
If you come inside, I'll have some candy.
I am the law.
I am the law.
Yeah.
There it is.
I saw that movie in the theater when it came out.
Oh, Judge Dredd.
Yeah.
Oh boy, that's a movie. Quite a film. Quite a motion picture.
Yeah.
Rob Schneider, best role. No, I take that back. Demolition Man.
Oh
Rob
man,
Schneider.
that's like
I love Demolition Man. I don't care what anybody says. I love it ironically and unironically.
Who doesn't love Wesley Snipes?
I know. Simon Phoenix. Come on.
Yeah. We did a game when I was in the army in Germany called Wesley Snipes.
Oh no.
And if you saw your buddy talking to a girl, you would walk in and go, Wesley, and you try to snipe her from your friend. So you would go hit on her, and then
Wow.
if
Wesley.
she lost interest in him, you'd Wesley.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Wesley Snipes. Great blade.
What is he doing now?
He's been in some stuff, but lower budget stuff.
He had a bankruptcy issue.
Oh, I don't think it's more than he didn't pay taxes, and he went to jail.
Well, when you're Wesley, come on.
I mean, you don't need to, right?
I am the law. Sorry. It's like
That's
really,
better though.
That's like a very sick.
That's a better Stallone though than.
Come inside. I love you.
Come inside. Look at my turtles.
That's
what?
more like I can't even tell anymore who that is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Man.
It's getting worse and better
I
at the
know.
same time. Yeah. This is the door. You walk, you close, you turn. Just like thinking, like you seems like it would explain that.
Inside, boxing gloves on the door.
Little paprika in the back.
Basically, is what he's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got some chocolate in there. You want some chocolate? No, you don't want any chocolate?
He does this a lot in the first couple movies. He goes,
The cocaine, you think?
I don't think it's the cocaine, but he does. I've seen a lot of earlier Stallone performances from this era, and that's just kind of a quirk of his early on. He just,
Yeah, you know.
He says, a lot.
Do they ever talk about cocaine in Rocky? I mean, cocaine was like,
think so.
This is like cocaine
This is
time,
mid-70s,
right?
so. But no, I don't think they were talking about cocaine.
Okay.
Rocky never had a drug
He's talking
problem.
about
It was
his
very
turtles.
straight and
Yeah.
narrow.
They're at Cuff and Link. Yo, hey, yo. Right next to their friend Moby Dick. The goldfish. Come on. Yeah, I remember that.
He is pretty big.
Yeah, he's a big guy.
So the raw eggs, is that this one?
Yes.
And he did that for real.
He did that
How
for
many
real.
takes, do you know?
I don't know. I mean, I know he said it was awful.
Yeah. I imagine, yeah.
Yeah.
So it was just his birthday and he's 82?
72.
For real, how old is he?
82. He's 72.
70. He's
Rocky?
72?
I mean, Stallone himself.
Stallone.
Yeah, he
He's
was just
72
his
years old?
2 days ago, and he was 72. He turned
I was making a joke for real.
I think
Wow.
99% sure. 72 or 71. Yeah.
I mean,
71, I want to say.
he's had
I
a
don't
lot
know,
of
I gotta
work,
look
though,
back.
right? I mean,
I mean, you could kind
it's not the same guy. Not that.
I mean, he looks great on screen. Like, he looks like this grizzled guy. He doesn't look too bad. But then you see, like in Creed, he looks like a great old man.
Right.
But then you see him in real life, and it's like, whoa, stretched out there a little bit. Hey, do what you got to do. son.
Funhouse Rocky.
Do what you got to do.
72, man.
72 or 71. It's probably 71. But he looks great. I mean, in terms of like, he's in great shape. I mean, all that testosterone and growth hormone he's probably taking.
So he was taking roids at this.
I don't know if he was taking.
It was like more Rambo era.
Yeah, I mean, he's big in this, but he's not like ripped to shreds. Like he had like 3 or 2% body fat on Rocky 3.
Okay.
Which is he was always a sort of a bodybuilder type guy though. So, but steroids I think were legal back then. Again,
really?
Steroids. So yeah, or with a prescription from a doctor or something. That's what they asked Hulk Hogan about that one.
Yeah.
But anyway. Yeah, I mean, he was always an athletic guy. He's a bigger guy, so he looked the part for sure.
Is he popping? Is he?
Let's get Robert Redford in there.
Popping that shirt off to get a little bit of interest going? Is that what he's doing?
I think that's what he's doing. You know. Yeah, check out this scene. This moment here. He grabs the pipes. You know.
He probably doesn't smell that good.
Look at my biceps.
Maybe he does. I don't know.
He probably smells okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
I think about that.
I love that you like that knife in the mattress there.
I wonder who
as a
did
coat
that.
hanger.
Okay.
I think
because he punches the.
Yeah, Stallone decorated that apartment. I think is one of the
What if I do
quirks.
a knife right there? It's a good idea.
Is it Clint Eastwood now?
I put a knife right there. Yeah. Let me borrow your paprika, Rock.
Get off my lawn.
Mick comes in. That's all I can do is Mick.
Yeah, that's Mickey. Mickey Goldmill. Love the name.
Look at how disgusting his locks are.
His locks. They're rusty.
Yeah. No, there's just like dirt all over.
Yeah,
so this is a set, though. This wasn't on location or anything.
This, I think this was on location. I don't think this was a set they built or anything.
Okay. Well, that makes more sense.
I don't know if it was in Philadelphia or L.A. I'm pretty sure most of the interiors were in L.A. though, so this is probably where there was. But it's small space.
She's tiny, man.
She is.
Like 85 pounds.
Mm-hmm. But there you go. You see Adrian. She's a pretty girl. Talia Shire.
She's nervous.
Back in the day.
What else was she in? I mean, other than
Godfather. She really wasn't in a
Who
lot
she
of
played
big
in
stuff.
Godfather?
She was Michael's brother in Godfather.
She was Michael's brother?
Brother. Good Lord.
Man, she did a great job.
Yes, she did great. Sister.
I knew it was you.
Sister.
That's my bad Al
Michael's
Pacino
brother.
as well, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, she was playing his sister in that.
Who was the guy?
Corleone's sister.
Okay.
She got married, I think. Was she the one who got married at the beginning of the movie? I think so.
With the guy that John Voight was banging at the beginning?
John Voight?
Yeah, isn't John Voight in Godfather?
I don't think John Voight's in Godfather.
Not
no.
John Voight. I'm sorry, James Caan.
James
I always
Caan.
get those two confused.
Yeah.
Kind of the
He beats the crap out of that guy
Right.
later. Yeah, because
similar enough.
he beats on her, I think.
John Voight. Yeah, sorry. Rick Moranis again.
Rick Moranis. Where are you, Rick?
He's coming back.
Where are you, Rick? There you go. There's the first kissing
All right.
scene.
So if it wasn't,
my.
oh my, if it wasn't Sylvester Stallone, who else would you have cast as Rocky?
There's no one that, because like you
Anybody?
were saying earlier, like Stallone and Rocky are like the same person.
Right.
I can't imagine anyone else.
If you had to, I mean, it doesn't have to be
Oh my God, I don't know, man.
because you're trying to picture somebody that looks exactly like.
No, I just if it's like an Italian guy or something, I don't know. Like, I mean, you can go like the De Niro route, but De Niro is so vicious. I mean,
Yeah, Raging Bull was.
Raging Bull.
He
So,
kind of
like,
did like a Rocky ripoff a little bit in that. I mean, right? He was kind of.
I don't
dumb.
think it was a Rocky.
Not a
no, because that was Jake LaMotta. That was a real
Right, yeah.
story. That wasn't really a.
But he kind of
Bigfoot
played the
Rocky.
big dumb oaf.
I wouldn't call him an. He was like the angry guy in
Yeah, a
Raging
little
Bull.
bit.
I don't know if I call him an oaf.
Right.
Well, Rocky kind of is
Yeah.
like that from time to
The
time.
gentle giant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, De Niro could do pretty much whatever, so I'm sure he could have pulled it off, but it wouldn't be this massive character like it is now. Only Stallone could have done it.
Yeah.
I think all the stars just aligned. I mean, it was a big get for them to get Burgess Meredith. I think he agreed to do it for a very small amount of money, and he was a decent star. at that
Okay,
point.
Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg. Are we talking about
Like
from-
Boogie Nights. Yeah.
Are we talking about like from way back when?
Yeah.
Like from
Boogie Nights.
76? No, but I'm talking about like any actor ever. Or are we talking about from,
Anybody.
I'm trying to think of
No,
from the time
anybody.
period. Okay, I could see maybe a Mark Wahlberg. Did you ever see The Fighter?
Oh, I did with his brother, which was
Christian Bale could have
yeah.
done. Christian Bale could have been a good Rocky. Christian
Yeah.
Bale is one of the best actors I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could have did it.
He has a very good attitude on
Bailout.
set, right?
I only
Is
have
that called
one
bail?
time.
Is it
It was
bailout?
the bailout. This is a great scene, by the way.
Okay.
It's a waste of life.
Is this when he calls him a
Rocky.
bum?
Yeah, he calls him just about everything. He called him. I just said that, you dumb dago. But yeah, there's always been this,
Everybody just
and then they
goes
go
right
back.
back,
Yeah. But there's always been this tension between Rocky and Mickey. And it comes out there, it boils over, where Mickey thinks that Rocky had the talent to be a good fighter, to be a professional big boxer, and Rocky never dedicated himself that much. He became a loan shark,
Right.
A collector for
He's
a
got to
loan
pay
shark.
bills,
so-
though. I mean, I can't imagine boxing.
Right, but that's what the conflict comes in, is that Mickey thinks he could have been more. Rocky wishes that Mickey would have helped out, but he never seemed to get that attention from him.
Yeah, I knew one kid in high school who boxed.
Oh,
like
yeah?
he would go out of town to go box
Oh,
during
yeah?
high school, and he'd just come back and just knots all over his head. But I mean, he was good, but I can't imagine that as a life.
Right. I always wanted to box. My entire life. I mean, not really. It's not even really a Rocky thing. Like I do like boxing. I watch boxing from time to time. I've always just wanted to try it. I'm a little old for it now,
So,
I guess.
Skylar Thompson, if you're still out there, I remember you, buddy.
Skylar Thompson.
Skylar Thompson.
That's his name?
Yep.
Skylar.
I mean, he boxed for a while. Yeah.
There's a big, a lot of my family are in the pipe fitting business.
Mm-hmm.
And that union has a big fight night every year.
With just the pipe fitters going at it?
It's at the hall, but no,
Okay.
it's not actual pipe fitters.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, that actually would be pretty entertaining. But
Mario versus Luigi.
Oh, you're awful.
That's what weren't they? They're pipe guys, right? Plumbers.
Mario
Sorry, not.
versus Luigi.
No, I'm just
Wow.
not saying because they're Italian. I'm saying because they're.
That's what it sounded like. Yeah.
No, I'm talking about because those are the only pipe fitters I know.
Yeah, but it's fun to go to those things and just see real boxing. It's nothing like in the movies. I mean, especially in Rocky,
It's tiring.
Oh, it is. It is extremely tiring. You need a lot of cardio to.
So do you go with your dad? You're like, hit him, goddammit. Sorry.
Whoever, like my cousins, my uncles are usually working there, so they run the bar or something.
Michael, and James.
My cousin Michael comes sometimes. My cousin Anthony. My brothers go, but it's a fun time and it's cool just to see. So at this point, Jurgens is the name of this promoter, revealing to Rocky that Apollo wants to fight him, and this is interesting because Rocky turns him down. He says, "No, I don't want to."
So there's a zoom in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know who the director of photography was?
James Crabe. Yeah, they had
Went
a nice
on to
little
do
tribute to him. I don't know what else he did. They had a nice little tribute to him though on the DVD.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, like I was talking about those long takes in the streets and everything. Philadelphia looks great at night in this movie with the lighting. Is just this street light stuff. I love
me.
it.
That is like the picture of nobody wants to see themselves like on Sunday. Just like
Paulie for the win.
That's what you turn into
Mm-hmm.
when nobody else is around. You turn into Paulie.
Yeah. So they're watching the press conference when they're announcing Rocky as Apollo's opponent right now.
Mm-hmm.
Being played back.
That's a good sweater, yeah.
I like that one. It's like I don't know, a Native American type.
What's he having, an apple?
Type of thing there. Yeah.
Yeah, I like apples.
There he is. Oh, cheap shot.
Paulie liked it.
Nah, he was like,
No,
"Yeah,
he's
this
mad.
guy taking cheap shots. You should bust his lungs." So, but you see this conflict and different personalities. Rocky and Apollo are complete opposites.
Yeah.
Apollo is this successful, very well-spoken, charismatic champion, and Rocky is this ham and egger boxer, very soft-spoken type of guy. Charismatic in his own way, but yeah, there you go.
I'm filling up the chalice.
It smells good.
Does it? No?
I can't smell it.
Okay. My allergies.
My allergies, oh.
So, like, I remember my favorite Rocky growing up.
Did you see all of
I've
them?
seen 3 more than I've seen any other one because I loved Mr. T, of course.
Mr. T as Clubber Lang is fantastic.
Yeah, I was a big Mr. T fan growing up. Watch the cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
Love the mohawk.
Mm-hmm. And then the I Pity the Fool.
And the many necklaces.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's true.
Jean jacket.
Classic stuff for Mr. T. And Hulk Hogan was in there too. That's kind of where he got his start.
Okay. And I remember, wasn't Mr. T the guy that killed Mick, right?
Sorta. He pushed him. Like Mick was having
And nobody
these
went after him after, right?
Well, I mean, he didn't really kill him. It was like he pushed him aside when Clubber and Rocky are trying to get to each other before their fight, and that kind of triggers a heart attack from Mickey. But he was already kind of having those symptoms before.
Not even his civil suit, though. That's what.
Well, I don't think anybody saw him get pushed.
Okay.
That's the thing. If the logistics we're talking about here. I mean, it's not like how Drago killed Apollo in 4. Wasn't like a direct thing.
I don't remember. What does he do? Like, I'm imagining like a blowgun.
What are you talking about?
Tranquilizer.
How Drago kills Apollo? He kills him in the ring.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
He comes in his room one night.
Sneaks in. If he dies, he dies. I remember that line. Yeah. That actually sounded like Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, actually, that sounded pretty good.
Yeah.
If he dies, he dies.
Oh, hey.
Hey, yo. Hey, give me a hey, yo. Yeah.
All right, so now Rocky's thinking he's going to do it.
Yeah, he accepted it after.
And Bullcut's telling him yes.
Yeah.
And Joey Ramone over here is telling him.
Juergens kind of convinced him.
Okay.
After Rocky initially said no, and now they're going to do this fight. You see Adrian starting to come out of her shell here. I mean, at least more than she was at the beginning of the movie.
Get a haircut? Did she get a haircut?
She must have, because she didn't have that little bowl going on.
Little dome.
Earlier. That great haircut.
So he's still feeling. We still got some cuts from the last fight.
Mm-hmm.
Man, she does look like a Ramone, doesn't she? No, like she's in the Ramones. Yeah.
Maybe. I visited this
that
place
guy.
too.
Oh, hey,
there's Gazzo. Yeah. I visited this place when I was in Philadelphia too.
So what's this?
Pat's Steaks, Philly cheesesteak.
Was it good?
Oh yeah. They call they put nacho cheese on it. Basically.
Right, they put Cheese Whiz.
Yeah, but they call it Cheese Whiz. Yeah.
Right.
Cheese Whiz. Me and my brother were there. We listened to this. Me and my brother were there, and we didn't know what to get on it. We're like, hey, we're gonna ask the local, like, what do you usually get on it? And my brother went over to ask this old couple, and this guy, my brother goes like, hey, what do you usually get on a cheesesteak? We've never been here before. And the guy goes like, whiz, cheese, cheese whiz. Okay.
So that guy was okay. Like, yeah, that's a pretty good. That's just how they talk out there.
Philly.
Yeah,
that's the Philly accent.
Sylvester's accent's pretty bad, actually.
Yeah.
I think I'll fight. Sorry.
Dudley Do-Right?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think I'll fight. Yeah. This is fantastic. Okay, this is
The Exorcist. I remember this part.
They gotta get the demon out of Rocky before he fights Apollo.
You got a demon in your rock.
Mickey and Rocky here share a great scene.
Yeah, I love the hats. There's a lot.
I know. It's so good with the fedoras.
Some good lighting.
The fedora game in this movie, on point.
Sometimes if you go too dark with the lighting, it just doesn't work. But this
is good for a little hallway to the apartment building. I like it. That's what I'm saying. With the DP James Crabe here, I mean, he really made stuff look really good. I love the street vibe of everything.
A little lean in. You ready to go?
You'll see about that later. Dave acted in one of my short films.
I don't know how to end a scene. I just stand there.
Pops in.
I just look at Walter.
He says, "Ready to go," and then you just kind of stood there. I'm like, you can exit the frame. He rattles his fingers on the door.
Yeah, I don't know how to end a scene. Yeah, I'm not an actor.
Ready to go?
Yeah. Then we cut. Yeah. I don't know how to stop.
It's all right.
So what is this machine? Is that his air conditioner? Or this is refrigerator?
This is funny. He's talking about Cuff and Link. They make good soup, he says. He's going to eat his titles.
You're a wild man, Rock.
That's a good Mickey, actually.
Yeah. Eating titles. So sorry.
Like the Bible says, you ain't going to get a second chance. See, now he wants to be his
Okay.
manager. He wants to protect him.
Has he got a turtleneck on too, or has he got a scarf?
I don't think it's a turtleneck. No, it's a little fleece
A
looking
little
thing.
fleece pull-up?
Looks good on Mickey.
What do you think? I just went to North Face. Got a little Velcro.
Out of the ring, out of the damn ring.
Just thanks.
Is that the Morton Salt lady making a cameo in the background there?
Yeah, it is,
Morton
yeah.
Salt? Look at that.
Mick looks pretty salty. Looks like he's got high blood pressure.
They put like some straw or something up his nose to make it look like his nose was broken too.
Okay.
So they did a little bit of makeup to
here.
his look. So you could see it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mick used to be a boxer. He used to be a contender for his weight class, and Rocky doesn't want anything to do with him now. They're not getting along. But here's the
He
Rocky
won't even look at him. Yeah.
I know. Yeah. This is the Rocky Marciano part I was talking about. He has this poster in his room. There he is. Rocky Marciano.
Okay. Yeah.
Let me see.
It's not fair.
You got a lot of doing, man.
See, they have a very tense relationship. Hey, this is.
What's he drinking?
Don't drink that piss.
Balsamic
before a fight.
vinegar. You know, Aunt Jemima.
He tells him to stop drinking the beer or whatever that is.
Oh, okay.
Budweiser.
Like a dodo's eye.
Got a dull eye. Man, Stallone does look. I mean, for 30, he looks young in this.
You think so?
Yeah. I mean, compared to now, you know,
Of course.
because he's gotten older.
Does he look younger than 30, really? He looks like he's in his 20s to you?
Yeah, I think so.
Hmm.
I mean, I'm thinking about how old he had to be during Rambo then.
During First Blood?
Yeah.
That was in 83?
So if he's 30 here and it's 76.
Yeah. He was in his mid-30s by
Yeah.
then, so.
You didn't take very good care of the picture, though.
Rambo makes no sense. I don't know the last time you watched Rambo. It makes,
I
makes
love First
no
Blood.
sense.
I
Just
love
out
First
there
Blood.
Beating up cops.
I love First. The sequels are like meh, but
Yeah.
First Blood I think is a legit good movie.
Frank Stallone in that one.
Yeah, he should have been.
Yeah.
Should have been.
Want to be a manager.
You put him in a tree for no reason.
He what?
Put Frank Stallone
He's
in a
just in the
tree.
background?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
He's got to sing the song. It's a long road when you're on your own.
It's a long road when you're Rambo.
This little scene here. So you see him going back and forth. You know, he thinks that Mickey never cared about him training, and I asked, but you never heard nothing. So they kind of missed each other on his training. And also in the scene, that's not a bathroom. That's just a closet.
Just hanging out in the closet.
Yeah, it's just a closet he goes into. You hear a toilet flush they had in there.
You got a
This-
weak
this is
stream,
great.
Brock. Get your prostate
there's-
checked out.
Burgess Meredith goes like, "Oh, fuck!" But they had to.
They cut it.
They just cut it. There's no sound at all. You just see his mouth go, "Fuck." And he comes out and sees him.
Awkward.
Yeah, super awkward. But there's the moment right there with Burgess is you don't even need to hear any words from him. He knows that Rocky doesn't want anything to do with him, and he's kind of just like, fine, and he leaves.
So you're gonna go for a walk now, or
Yeah, more walking.
okay, walkie.
Yeah, this is a good scene too.
I stink.
He's had enough.
I love that line. What about my prime, Mick? At least you had a prime.
I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get that.
I can't hear anything you're saying.
My ears is very old.
I got hit a lot in my ears directly, so I'm assuming you're agreeing to whatever I said.
Face kicked in.
I should do a challenge where I could see how much of the movie I could quote.
You
I'd probably do pretty well.
Yeah.
Probably at least get a 75%.
So you did, was it like a top Rocky trivia contest? I remember a few years ago.
A trivia contest?
Wasn't there like a trivia that you were like on the top?
Oh, there was some app. I don't know, it's stupid. It was just some app, and there was a Rocky category, and I would like keep answering all the questions. But I knew most of them, but it was mostly about speed and stuff. So I just kept playing and playing. I was like number one in Illinois or something. It's like, look at how much time I've wasted. Oh,
look at that guy turned into that guy.
Look at how much time I wasted here. So Rocky goes out, and you don't see. I love the shot too.
Yeah.
But you don't hear what they're saying, but you could see Rocky is apologizing, and he's going to let Mickey train him.
That's good framing. Yeah.
Yeah, very nice.
Little Dutch.
And you see
Almost
they got the
Dutch.
train coming by there. Perfect. Looks great. Philadelphia is got those. You know,
he's going for a run.
Together. Running back to the
Yeah.
house.
And back to walking. Sorry, you're going to smoke. Let me get a
See you
smoke.
later.
Here's the eggs, I think.
4 a.m.
I love when he stops the alarm clock, the noise it makes. It's great.
Everything he has is just terrible.
He's down on his luck. He's
Yeah.
a down on his luck fighter. Look at that underwear. He's got blue underwear. Who has blue underwear? I'm wearing blue underwear.
Me too. Oh, well, some days you wake up and you're still Rocky. Sorry.
The best part of waking up is raw eggs in your cup. There it is. I think it's 5.
Where did this come from?
This was an
old-timey thing.
old time, like you get protein from the raw eggs. It's 3. I think it's 5 eggs he gets.
This is back when they thought like drinking river water helped your lungs.
4.
You know.
Here comes number 5. You ready? Crack.
How many
Sploot.
takes, I wonder, though?
I don't think it was many, because he actually drank this.
Oh, God.
Oh, the salmonella. It's all right. Back then, it was all healthy.
Yeah, sure.
70s.
Yep. Have a smoke. I remember seeing The Wire. Have you seen The Wire? The show?
No.
They do a dock workers season, and they're dropping raw eggs in a beer for breakfast. It's like, why are you guys like old timey? Is really gross. It's flooding a little bit.
A little bit.
Good, a little stretchy. And then do a little bit of that there. Yeah, it's good.
Rocky.
Feels pretty good.
Stretching out here.
There we go.
Those chucks became pretty
And I'm just gonna
popular.
walk the whole time. There's a surprise.
A lot of people were wearing Navy chucks after this because Rocky wore them. Love the Bill Conti score. So understated, but it's great. See that little? It looks
Yeah.
like a set, doesn't it? But
It
it's
does,
not.
yeah.
It's Philadelphia.
It's
And
like
the
Mr.
lighting
Rogers'
they got going
neighborhood.
on. Yeah,
Does.
kind of does. I was here too when I went to Philadelphia. You know, I'm running down the middle of the street here. I think that's their city hall or whatever, or the courthouse or whatever they
Mhm.
call it. But Philadelphia is set up very interestingly. I mean, it's kind of an East Coast city, so things are
Mhm.
kind of jammed together. But it's smaller than New York, so it's kind of got this hometown small vibe to it a little bit. Here we go.
So here you go. You did this. Could never get away with this. What's
I bolted up those stairs.
is
And I
there?
went.
Is there a wheelchair ramp now?
I don't think so.
How do you get up there then?
You walk.
I guess walkie.
You use your legs. There's other ways to get up there, I think, on the sides, but
There's a lot of
Yeah,
people. I'm
this
sure
was,
when you were there doing video of them doing the
there's
jump
always
and-
people there.
yeah.
Rockying, they call it. This is the Philadelphia Museum of Art.
Imagine if you worked there just every day, you're just
Yeah,
some
right.
idiot jumping up and down. You're just like, just try to go to work, guys.
Get out of the way.
Please. I'm in a lawsuit right now. This is the courthouse. Sorry.
No, but this, running up these
Those
stairs.
raw
was-
eggs ain't sitting so good.
But yeah, running up these stairs. I don't know. It was definitely a dream come true type of moment. I been waiting my whole life to do that.
Rocky is kind of like not. He's kind of contaminated. He's touching beef with his hands. He's
Drinking
eating raw
raw
eggs.
His
Smoking,
apartment smells.
drinking. Yeah.
Doesn't have any money.
Paulie's just. Paulie doesn't give a shit.
No, that's what's great about him. Best joke I think was in Rocky Balboa, the sixth one. It says they're in Rocky's restaurant and a new lady comes up, doesn't know Paul yet, and says, "Excuse me, sir, do you have a reservation?" And he goes, "Do I look like a freaking Indian?"
God.
Terrible.
Oh.
The best/worst joke.
Yeah.
From Paulie in the series, and this one, that one just came out like.
So does he like roll
ago.
around in glass as well, like to prove he's in this movie?
No.
Yeah. Let me digging this old needle bag in the
You talking about
ER.
Rocky?
Yeah, sorry. Just like,
Paul, actually, Burt Young put turpentine on the back of his neck and on the front of his hands to just feel gross, kind of, and get into character. It worked. He got nominated for an Oscar for this, as did Burgess Meredith for Best Supporting Actor.
So this is old school butchery here.
Mm-hmm.
So my parents
Classic
met in a
stuff.
meat packing house. Yeah, but it was hogs.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cows
Oh,
in here.
beautiful, right? I don't think anybody's out there punching the.
You sure?
Maybe, probably.
I'm sure somebody at some point did.
Yeah.
You talk dirty about your sister.
What do you say about his sister?
Are you bullying her? You scoring my sister?
God, he's a pretty disgusting guy.
Mm-hmm.
You got a big mouth.
See,
Is he wearing 3 sweaters?
he's wearing several. Here we go. This is the famous beating the beef here.
Did he? This is
really
not a prop, right?
No,
this is
he
a real.
beat he busted his knuckles.
Yeah, I bet.
His knuckles are like flat now from doing this.
And this is
You can see the
ADR,
blood.
right? That's not.
I don't know.
Sounds like it. Just like Sylvester Stallone ADR session. You guys taking, we rolling.
You're breaking the ribs.
And so a cliche was born. Punching raw beef.
What else?
Running upstairs.
Running.
another
Well,
one.
yeah. Smoking,
Just
drinking.
Rocky himself. If Sylvester Stallone isn't doing it, I mean, there's so many Rocky parodies with the song and everything. Really creative. That's what I like about this series too. I mean, it's had its ups and downs, but Rocky is like the only series. It's been going for over 40 years,
Right.
and it's just about one guy basically. I mean, they had the kind of the spin-off with Creed, and Rocky was a background character, a supporting character, I should say.
I haven't seen the new ones at all.
Creed's fantastic, and Rocky Balboa is really good too. But it's the only movie series that it's followed one guy only over these different points in his life, and I can't think of another one that's. I know you have Star Wars and things like that, but
Right.
you don't have one guy that that something hasn't been rebooted. This is a straight story, and you followed Rocky.
Yeah, I guess there hasn't
for his
been
whole life.
a new Rocky, right? It's always been Sylvester.
It's always been Sylvester Stallone. They had a Broadway show, I think. He helped produce or something, and it was a different guy. But
Broadway?
yeah, they've had Rocky the musical.
Go punch him.
Hey yo, hey yo.
Thinking of like it's gotta be like there's got to be a meat scene in there where
I think so.
twirling people like in meat costumes, and he's
punching them. But yeah, I can't think of another series like this. Rocky's very unique.
I like those zoom ins.
These slow zooms, very 70s.
He's thinking. Got on my mind. Thinking a lot.
Yeah, I've been thinking a lot.
Been thinking a lot of thoughts, It's like that's redundant.
I love the he takes her in his cape here. This guy's like Batman.
Does he have a cape?
It looks like it's a blanket.
Oh.
It looks like a cape. He is vengeance. He is the knight. He is Rocky. Boom. Oh yeah. I like that art on the wall. You like that?
Where is he at? Sorry, I can't think of the Batman. What's
Where
Batman?
is he?
Where is he?
Where are the drugs going?
so bad.
I love Bane. Talk like this.
You punch like a woman. It's like Bane is
Give it back to you, the people.
You're a bum, Rock. You're a bum.
I love this here. So this is one of the first training
Mick's a
sessions.
big Fleece fan. I'm just going to point that out. Yeah.
He is. He looks good in the sweaters.
What is he wearing?
Rocky?
It's always flooding his pants.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Doesn't want to step on his... he's moving around a lot. When he's talking about Rocky Marciano here, trying to move around a little bit, because Rocky's a very stationary fighter at this point. And he is for most of the series, but he hits really hard. Here we go. This is great.
Yeah.
Move your little chicken asses out of here. I love it. Oh, I love it so much.
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
It doesn't get any better than that.
I know. It's great.
Yeah. I just kind of want to go on the street and yell that at somebody.
Here we go. This is another good one. Women weaken legs. Get out of here.
Weekend legs, huh?
But Rocky's at this point is sort of becoming a local celebrity.
He's got no exercise clothing.
He's going back to his apartment. But
this is casual exercise.
This is casual Rocky. But he's sort of becoming like this local celebrity now that it's on national TV that he's going to be fighting the champ of the world. And now everyone kind of knew Rocky before that. He was a neighborhood guy, but now everyone's kind of like trying to be nice to him and stuff.
And his girlfriend has joined the Rockettes now.
Oh, yes.
Very sharp. What are you talking about? Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
Here we go. And she gives him a butt kiss. You can tell that's his dog. Look at that.
He's got a rope. A rope and a bow.
Mm-hmm. That's all you need for a dog, right?
Hey, he spent more on the bowl than he did the leash.
Who is that?
I don't know who that is. I can't do
Spent more on the bowl than he did the
Oh,
leash.
yo.
I don't know what to do.
That's
man.
terrible.
I don't know what to do.
Oh, shit. A little wob.
There you go. Bill Conti scored
Who's
a
the
lot
guy
of
walking
movies.
the shitty dog down the street? You talking about Rocky? Hush your mouth.
Hush your mouth.
It's like...
Yeah, Bill Conti scored a lot of movies. A lot of them not very good scores.
That dog's just going to be...
hit out of the park with this one.
Jesus Christ. I just want to go and lay
You
down.
don't like that dog?
No, I do. I'm just saying I feel bad for him having to run everywhere.
Bull Mastiff, man. He used to put...
Meat exposure?
You got neat exposure.
Boom. Yo.
What is he? He's a butcher? He's drunk as shit all the time?
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to see that story.
Mm-hmm. Don't you love it?
I do. Hey, come here. Let's give you some salmonella. You ever kiss a big piece of meat? Practice your French kissing like me, Polly. Sorry, gross.
This is great. Rocky gets interviewed by a local news station about his fight.
So this looks like a pretty wobbly dolly shot.
A little bit.
Yeah. But the floor's
I don't know if
uneven.
Is it a dolly shot, though?
I don't know. They used a lot of Steadicam, right?
Well, I don't know how much they used, because I know they kind of invented it right before this or for this when he's running up the stairs. So I'm not sure how much they used.
Oh, that was that's what they were using for that.
Yeah, they were used. That was the main thing, was to glide up the stairs with him.
You know what? Sylvester does sell it though. Look at him. He looks like he doesn't even know where he is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why it's so hard to separate Stallone from Rocky.
This guy's not having any.
Tony Burton's like
Tony Burton's like, nah.
The boo box. Go to the boo box.
It's a beef and I kind of like it.
Damn it.
You love it.
I do, but it's just like...
It's so genuine.
Yeah. I think we've all kind of known somebody that's like...
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, parts of his personality.
So like
and a lot
you're
of
sitting
different
down
people.
and it's like your uncle or somebody. I totally have an uncle like that. It's like, so what, you still in school?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
I have my Uncle Joey is kind of like Rocky, especially in Rocky 2.
Were you learning things? Yeah.
Oh,
You got
yeah?
a lot of subjects.
Oh, yeah? You got something in your ear. Oh, hey.
That's
dollar.
good. That's good. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I went to
dollar,
school.
money ears.
Yeah, and then they just like try magic on you. That's pretty good, huh?
That's pretty good, huh? I'll teach you that one.
I'll teach you one day after you get your master's.
You'll understand
Yeah.
when you're older.
Yeah.
I got a lot of that when I was younger. On TV. There we go. So, but yeah, Apollo
Yeah.
doesn't take Rocky seriously whatsoever. While Tony is seeing that Rocky's taking this pretty seriously.
So they just hang out at the tycoon baron's, like the railroad baron's house,
the railroad bear.
the whole time. I mean, it
There
makes
you
sense
go.
for like location when you're shooting, but it's like, why are you guys there all of the time
That's where they
after
need to be.
hours?
Southpaw. Did you get that Southpaw thing?
The old Southpaw.
He's a Southpaw because he's left-handed.
Is this Paulie drunk as shit?
Oh yeah. Oh, this is the scene that got him his nomination.
This one?
Yes, this is a great scene.
Where he's just
For
drunk
young.
as hell.
Oh yeah, he kind of snaps here. But this is during the holidays. I mean, it's during Christmas. I love the atmosphere around when this takes place too, because
Yeah.
you go through Thanksgiving, you go through Christmas, and then you have like New Year's Day is when Rocky fights Apollo. He's just singing on his way into his house.
Holding trash.
Paulie, that guy's one of a kind, man. Everybody loves Paulie.
Do you have a drinking problem? Are you holding a bag of trash for no reason?
Watching a special on the boob tube.
Yeah, I like movies. Pretty good when they show them.
I like to watch.
I like that framing for some reason at the right
It does-
third. Yeah.
When he's lighting that shadow there, it's
Yeah.
fantastic. Yeah, Craig did a great job shooting this movie. I have to look up what else he did.
Look at this drunk son of a bitch.
Ooh.
Wonder how old Paulie's supposed to be here.
I think he's in his like mid to late 30s.
So what do you think? You think not Vietnam? You would have missed that.
He
Maybe
was-
Korean War?
Korea
Korean War?
had to have been, right?
Yeah, 51 would have been in Korean War. Yeah.
Yeah.
School does that, boom.
Rocky's still. Rocky is the weatherman. Can you do it?
It's cold outside, Paul.
Yeah. Well, as a weatherman, like he's given here meteorologist for the news.
Over here, you know what I mean? You got sunshine
Little
in the morning.
This is great. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No. He's gonna fight him.
Loses it.
You'll get a Segway, Paulie. I promise. And a robot.
And a robot. Oh, you will get the robot.
You will get a robot.
See all this boil over, and he's great here. Bird Young kills it. We never find out like the background of Paulie and Adrian. What happened to their parents. or
Yeah, it's got to
anything.
be. I mean, that's the good thing about some sources. When you're writing, Walter, you want to inform the audience, but something as simple as him having that booze with him at work and her being nervous, pretty much insinuates that they didn't have
Great childhood.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it is intriguing to think about, and it's not something you need to know because you see it play out anyway. I mean,
Totally couldn't go
the effects
now.
of it.
Couldn't be done, I think, now.
Why not?
Because people would be like, it's not believable that somebody would just be walking around with a pint of whatever at
I
work.
don't know.
I don't know.
I still find
Maybe
this movie
pills or something.
Very,
I don't know. Yeah.
I still find this movie very realistic for the most part. I mean, in terms of the characters and the relationships and stuff. But yeah, that scene with Paulie, and then you see Adrian kind of snap too.
Yeah.
It's they feel like real people, like you're talking about people that you see personality traits.
Yep. For sure.
There's another fact: they block the glare of that lamp with that picture in the mirror there.
There you go. Hey.
Yeah, behind the scenes.
So, that was weird.
That was real weird. I don't know what to say about that.
You hungry? I don't know who that is. I'm sorry. It's the best I can do. Are you hungry, young lady?
Where we're going now.
Yeah, you know where we're going. We're not going to stay away from that.
There we go. Very dangerous.
It looks like he's about to have a goddamn aneurysm.
No, that's why I had that heart attack in Rocky 3. Al Savani. I think he was a real cut man, actually. I could be wrong, but...
Jesus.
Cover up. Things will be okay. I'm an actor.
And then exits the scene, even. Sorry.
Al Savani.
And then I go and I say words and I turn around and then we do
Just
it.
cover up. Think not that line, Al. Just cover up, though. Things will be okay. This is Paulie comes out kind of apologizes.
Still going, or is he?
He apologizes in his Paulie way.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen to that. There you go. Advertisements. This is where the Shamrock Meats logo on the back of his robe comes in later.
Okay.
So Paulie is trying to get some money for himself by advertising his workplace.
So
here we go.
All right.
This is it. Love it.
Walking through trash.
With bricks.
Oh, yeah, it does have bricks.
In my hands.
Eating eggs. Punching meat.
There you go. Running through the market.
My girlfriend's a little anxious for no reason. Sorry.
I've been to this that little market too. It's a pretty cool little street.
So
market
this is
all Philly.
It's got a little limp going.
There you go. Got that. You ever tried?
How do you know? I don't know how anybody could do that. I've tried.
It's all about rhythm. Yeah, I've tried too. I can never get it down. There you go. One-handed push-ups. Still can't do that. I've tried. Get up there, Rock.
Yes.
It's unbelievable. There you go. Look at that claps.
Oh, claps. Little Frank in the background. Where's he at?
He pops his head in.
Yeah. And me, Frank. Sorry.
Yeah, hit the meat.
He spends a lot of time punching raw beef.
Trying to break the ribs.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, he was in shape for these movies.
Yeah,
I
bet.
This first one. It's crazy how much he didn't direct this first one, obviously, but he did a lot for it. I mean, he, in combination of writing it, starring in it, I mean, trying to keep up that appearance of, being in shape when he didn't have any money. And then he later became the boxing choreographer after the choreographer quit.
Seriously, I had no idea that he wrote it until today.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
He's a decent writer. I almost want to call him Rocky. Sylvester Stallone could be a decent writer.
He's fucking cruising.
Yeah, look at that.
Look at that.
But yeah, he became the boxing choreographer later too.
Oh, wait.
There we go.
Wait.
This is it.
Steve Anderson's trying to leave work. Everybody's jumping around.
There's that.
I'm sure,
cam.
like with their phones, they're circling people, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what they do.
There we go. Boom.
Boom.
That's the moment.
Fucking sweatsuit.
This shot's actually reversed.
Oh,
Can
hey.
you tell?
Yeah.
You can kind of
he's
see
doing a little jig.
Can you see? It's backwards.
Toxic Avenger.
Yeah.
I did it. Sorry.
I love the beard on Rocky Marciano there.
Oh, it is.
It's great.
There's like
Tempo,
some fungus in his apartment.
Not time, tempo. The Italian stallion.
So what is tempo? Is that the
Tempo.
Italian time?
Yeah, I guess so.
Is that how you say time
It's
in...
Rocky versus Time magazine.
I wonder how you say time in Italian.
I don't know. I should learn.
Ask one of your relatives, obviously.
Madon. That's all I hear. Fajapita?
What are you doing? Sleeping?
What is this?
That's it.
Oh, is it?
Hey, you should wake up. You're probably asleep, huh? Because you're in the bed and whatnot. I don't know who that is.
I don't know who it is. Yeah. Now, this is interesting because they were actually supposed to go shoot. Isn't that great? These banners they have in the background are fantastic. But they were supposed to shoot a scene where Rocky goes back to Mick's gym and looks at film of Apollo fighting, and he realizes that he can't beat him. This is kind of like a defeatist moment. But they couldn't go back there for that location for whatever reason, and they kind of just improv'd this scene kind of on the spot. But I think this works fantastic. You see Rocky walking around.
How do you even get in there, though?
The Spectrum?
How do you get into this marina? Who let him in?
Like, I don't know, because he's fighting the next day. I think they just let him in.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I don't know who that guy is. But it's interesting. You see him take all this in. He's just this random guy who's going to be able to fight for the heavyweight championship in front of thousands of people. So it's hitting him right now.
In the real life, I mean, you would have to the real life. Yeah, you would have to fight many people to go have a chance to go to the.
I mean, you have to be some kind of contender. I think.
Look at that! Come on,
this is great.
Red gloves. That's total.
I love the shamrock rope on his head.
Hey boy, you want to buy a locomotive?
Hey boy.
Sorry, that's what he would say. Say boy, you want to buy a locomotive?
Hey boy.
Let's get a cigar. Come on.
It's great.
Yeah.
But they make the joke here about Rocky's shorts being flipped, the colors being flipped, and they actually they sent them the wrong
it's like a
poster
costume.
there. It was supposed to be white and red, and they flipped it, and they actually used it. So
Drago
worked out pretty well. Drago.
Doesn't he yell Drago? He's
on top of a mountain in Russia.
Drago.
Yeah, we're not to that.
Say boy.
Stop saying. He doesn't even. That's like I don't know. They were going down a dangerous path.
No, that was like that's from like
boy.
That's from like Young Frankenstein. It's
Is
like,
it?
Say boy, what train station is this?
Oh,
yeah,
say
what track is
boy.
it? Yeah, it's like an old.
Jurgens is more down here. It doesn't really matter, does it, Rock? Get the hell out of here.
God.
Love the music here too.
Yeah,
just very understated piano. I love it. Love it. Look at that.
Has there ever been, I wonder, a guy that has got to go against the champ without?
I mean, Chuck Wepner was the closest thing, I think. I mean, in modern times, I guess. He was not really a contender. He was just kind of I mean, I'm sure he's more well known than Rocky was in the movie, but Chuck Wepner was not a fighter that should have been fighting Muhammad Ali in his prime. That should not have happened. So that's kind of, like I said, where it started. It's funny because they're having there's a biopic about Chuck Wepner coming out in a couple months. I think like Lee Schreiber is playing Chuck Wepner.
Love Lee Schreiber.
Yeah, he's playing Wepner, and they have a Stallone character in it because, I mean, he tells him that he's making this movie loosely based on him and stuff like that, or inspired by him. They have an interesting history too, Wepner and Stallone. I think Wepner's tried to sue him several times, and he's never had any money. But I'm looking forward to that movie. It looks pretty good. So this is very interesting. They had one shot at this before they were kicked out of this location, and Stallone nailed it here.
Sorry,
I love the pour sound. It's great.
Mom spaghetti. I got one shot.
Mom spaghetti. It's ready. But yeah,
so they got the one take. That was it.
Yeah, they had just one take before they were kicked out of here. So Rocky is basically explaining to Adrian that it hits him at this point that he's not going to win. There's no way he could win. It beat Apollo Creed, one of the best boxers of all time. Never even been knocked down before.
Right.
So he kind of realizes that, and he sort of sets a new goal for himself where he just wants to go all 15 rounds. He doesn't want to get knocked out.
Did you ever see Ken Burns' documentary on Jack Johnson, the boxer?
No, I've heard about that.
Oh, man, it was unbelievable. When he fought Max Schmeling, who was the German,
like
the Aryan guy. And,
mm-hmm.
they say that Jack Johnson hit him so hard that he sounded like a woman when he was hit. In the 20s, that's a bad thing. That's a bad that guy sounds like a lady. And he had to go back. I mean, that's what it was. Ooh. And they sent him back to Germany. Mm-hmm. You should watch that. It's amazing.
Okay, I'll have to look that up.
Oh, this is a good one.
I heard it.
Yeah. I wonder how close Stallone was to growing a mustache for this role. Did he mold it over?
I don't think so. He has a beard later in Rocky IV when he's in the wilderness.
Oh, yeah.
In the Russian wilderness.
Right, yeah.
Shaves it for his fight.
Fighting bears and Putin.
Yes. I love that line, though. He says, for the first time in his life, he's going to know that he weren't just another bum from the neighborhood.
Yeah, look at her now. I mean, she's
Adrian?
got the thing on her head.
She looks good.
Yeah.
Talia Shire was a pretty girl. There we go.
So are they oiling each other up?
Yes.
Do they do that?
Yes.
Or Vaseline?
Yeah, all that stuff. I don't know what's going on there. I know he's like some kind of deal.
Releasing some tension.
I guess.
Yeah. Go ahead, breathe in my arms. Breathe into my arms. Yeah.
Look at this. Look at this. Breathing
Little
in that
cocaine.
Vaseline or whatever that is.
See? That's the one. I told you there was a cocaine.
Yeah, you're right. There we go. I missed that.
It's the Afrin for allergies. A little stuffed up.
Something like that. Clear up those sinuses. Damn, kid, let's go. Get the hell out of here.
1970s.
Son of a bitch, can we go?
Can I have a fucking smoke? All the athletes are smoking. I love it.
You know that? You love it.
I like that strawberry on your head.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I think you're getting there.
Thanks. What's she wearing, though? She's wearing like that...
Beret.
No, the undershirt.
There's a nice button up top. Oh, I love these guys. Stu Nahan.
Hot damn.
These guys are in a lot of the movies calling the fights.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. There we go. Shamrock Meats Incorporated.
Which is the meats he's punching, right?
From Polly's employer. Polly gets $3,000. I get the robe. Shrewd. Absolute pandemonium. That's
We
what they're known
need
for.
suit jackets like that, Walter.
Oh yes, with the mustard yellow.
Those glasses.
There he is. He's got an escort. That's great, Paulie. It cost me $20.
Have a smoke, Rock. Sorry.
Come on.
Come on.
Look at that. Look at him. How could you not love Rocky? Look at that. There's Gazzo. There's
Who's
Stallone's
had
dad.
Stallone's had 44
Yeah.
victories, or is that Apollo?
I think they said Stallone or Rocky did.
Rocky.
Rocky Balboa. Absolute pandemonium.
He's got some kind of meat. Been punching meat,
He's
apparently.
got some meat on his back or something. Here we go. This is Apollo's grand entrance. Love it. Oh, yes, it is.
Walter, if you ever get famous enough, you need to come into somewhere like do a Comic-Con like that.
Oh, I would. I totally would. Throwing out quarters.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I've got your fucking reviews. Sorry.
Oh, I love Carl Weathers. I love Apollo.
Hey, it's crossing the Delaware.
Oh, yes. Dun, 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 dun.
Motherfucking Apollo Creed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
So
is
he just
great.
wants to fight. He doesn't care.
This is like a show for him. I mean,
Yeah.
he thinks he knows he's gonna destroy Rocky, so just wants to put it on a show, make some money. I love it. You could just see the difference. I mean, it's just such a basic shot of Rocky and Mickey and his trainers, and then
Halloween
this boisterous
costume,
stuff.
Walter?
Yeah. Oh
Right
yeah,
there.
I should. It looks like a big flag. Love it.
This guy's just like,
Is he talking?
it's a rough looking crew.
Oh yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Cover up, it'll be okay. That's from the last scene, Al. Oh, sorry. But cover up, it'll be okay. I act
Yeah.
in movies. Creed in 3, he says. Creed in 3. There we go. And you got Jorgens doing the announcement here. There he is. I want you to can you we'll play a game here. Spot the stock footage. Let's
Okay.
play. You ready?
Yeah. This is not stock. Unless this is Martin Van Buren.
There's this.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Not enough crowd. We speak, even though we have a microphone. Speak loud.
There's Paulie.
So Paulie's got the ass court.
Oh, yes. They got Joe Frazier here. The real, Joe
for real?
Frazier?
Yeah.
They got him for real.
I'm going to fight Joe Frazier.
Smoking Joe Frazier.
Yep.
There he is.
I want that suit.
Looks good. Mint colored suit.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Let's bring back mint.
This is good. Looks like they're friends. Let's see a Joe Frazier Apollo Creed fight. Can we do that? They should have put Joe Frazier in the Rocky video game, which I own both of, by the way.
And that's how you make a couple thousand.
See ya. Probably a couple hundred for this movie. At least they didn't have to fight to do that. Huh?
Yeah.
Smoking Joe Frazier.
How come the ring looks so small?
That's a regulation ring. I
Okay,
think.
yep, stock.
Yep.
Stock.
I love the guy raising his hand. Oh!
Yes! Yes!
It just... Oh!
Yes to everything.
Italian stallion. There he is. Woo!
That dude's hair in the back.
Whose?
The guy that's smoking the whole time.
Oh, that's not smoke. That's
What is it?
a cotton swab or something.
Can't remember. So when he dabs him, he gets all of his germs.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah.
70s.
Yep.
This is
Oh, the other guy's
pre-Star
got a
Wars.
cotton swab in his mouth. Yeah. It's like antibiotics.
It's just amazing how this movie became such a big deal.
Yeah.
And especially, won Best Picture at the Oscars, and the fact that they made this giant franchise out of it. You don't see movies like this get sequels usually.
No.
So it's such a unique series.
Yeah, I'm sure. Like going to see it in the theater. Have you ever seen it on the big screen?
I've never. No. I've seen Rocky Balboa, the sixth one, and Creed in theaters, but yeah, they haven't replayed it in theaters. I've seen First Blood in theaters. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should show it in theaters. They should have did it last year for the 40th anniversary, but they didn't for some reason. Or not around me anyway.
Yeah.
Makes the sign of the cross and goes out there. Dun, 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 dun. Oh.
Now, have you ever been punched with a boxing glove, like really good?
Not really.
Yeah.
I mean, trying to think of. No, I've never really been hit. I remember once a friend of mine, like we went to his house and he got these toy boxing gloves. So a group of our friends were just like boxing, and I was boxing like a kid who was like a couple of years younger than me, and I was like wailing, punching. Like I guess this is the first time I was wearing
Throwing
boxing
some
gloves,
haymakers.
going crazy. But the grass was wet, so we were saying if you get knocked down 3 times, you're out, and the next person would come in. But the grass was wet because I was throwing so hard. I kept slipping on the grass, and I lost this little freaking kid. Yeah, I was like, oh, come on. That was the only time I was ever like, actually boxed. So there you go.
Hey.
See, that's the first time he's ever been knocked down. Uppercut from Rocky. Down goes Apollo. Them celebrating at Lucky
Oh, hey,
Seven
look, it's
Tavern.
Charlie Day still wearing the same outfit.
Yep.
What do I do? What do I do?
Yo. 7. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, the boxing choreographer quit in the middle of the shoot, and Stallone had to do it all himself, so he wrote out everything.
That looks like stock footage.
What?
But it wasn't.
No.
Just like the color looked
Apollo,
different.
Yeah, it did. So yeah, they got to keep the backgrounds dark here. Not a lot of people in the arena at this point. Apollo gets pissed off and just like...
See, Apollo's got a mustache.
Apollo, yeah, absolutely.
Dude, I want those shorts.
Boom, boom. Those red, white, and blue shorts?
Yeah, when I go to the beach.
Oh, yes. He's got him.
Up against the ropes. The ref. Come on, guys.
Guys, you gotta break it up here. I know this is a boxing match, but be civil, please. Ooh, nice jab there. It's a pretty fun. There you go. It's coming at him there. Apollo is a shot right there. Boom! Breaks his nose for his first time.
Okay.
Rocky finally gets his nose broken. There's the story how they cast Carl Weathers is pretty interesting too. They were him and Stallone were kind of messing around the ring, and John Avildsen was there and everything, and evaluating what was going on. And Carl Weathers says, I probably do better with the real actor in here. And then they say, well, that's Rocky. That's the guy who wrote the movie. That's Rocky Balboa right there. And he says, oh, well, maybe he'll get better. And Stallone was like, we got to cast him right now. This is it. This is his first big movie. I mean, Carl Weathers is a good actor, too. So,
yeah.
And he's good
I've
in
seen
this
Predator.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, see?
Is it Dylan, you son of a bitch?
You son of a bitch. Yeah, but this being his first role, I mean, he's a very believable athlete and charismatic guy. And now Apollo's just starting to wail on him a little bit.
So there's not
more seriously.
I think it was like Raging Bull was more of the steady cam inside the ring, huh?
Yeah, there wasn't much. I mean, how this was shot was still impressive, but Raging Bull is more stylized for sure.
Yeah,
and it's also. I think this is a little bit more. I hesitate to say realistic, but it feels a little bit more realistic in Raging Bull. Raging Bull, you have De Niro up against the ropes, just throwing the fight and getting punched in the face. And
right.
It doesn't look great to me, but
Joe Pesci is kind of like
I love Joe Pesci.
Paulie, though.
Yeah,
if you think about it.
His brother. It was his brother, right?
Right. Yeah. Yep.
I love Raging Bull. I got a poster of that in my room, but when people compare Raging Bull and Rocky, I'm like, there's no comparison, man. Right. I love Raging Bull, okay? Love Raging Bull. One of Martin Scorsese's best movies, one of Robert De Niro's best roles, but Rocky's Rocky, man. Sorry.
There's more like improv, I think. It's just a completely different experience.
That's what I'm saying. When you think of like, if we recast Rocky with De Niro or something, another Italian actor from that era, he'd be too mean-spirited, I mean, that's how De Niro got his persona, was kind of just playing these mean, ruthless characters, Godfather 2 and everything. And I couldn't.
Do you have one yet?
Do this.
Have you thought of one?
Of another actor?
Yeah.
Well, like Mark Wahlberg. I still think more Christian Bale could do it.
Okay.
I think Christian Bale could do anything. So I'd go with Christian Bale right now. If we're going to recast Rocky. It wouldn't be the same, obviously.
Who's the guy that played Gomer Pyle in Full Metal Jacket? Who's also
Oh my God, Vincent D'Onofrio?
Yeah, I could see Vincent D'Onofrio doing.
He's not. Was he ever like not fat?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, he gained weight for that role.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And he had to keep it on because
you know what?
Stanley Kubrick shot that film. Check this out. He shot that film for 2 years. So D'Onofrio couldn't lose weight, and he had to keep his head shaved for 2 years and keep that fat on. And he was actually he was a bodyguard. That's how they found him. Yeah.
There's some of that. I don't know that scene where he's I'm already in a world of shit. I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
That scene
that was his first real big role, though.
Right.
So I think
I like Full Metal Jacket a lot, though.
Yeah. I see Vincent D'Onofrio doing an okay job.
Maybe. I just see him as Kingpin in the Daredevil series now, honestly.
Okay.
You embarrassed me in front of her. You should see. He closes a guy's head on a door. You embarrassed me in front of her. There's that music working to full effect. Got those lasers working.
Beat up.
Apollo can't believe it. Absolute pandemonium.
Yeah, he looks like shit at the end, right? And that's like the
shit. Yeah, they both do. I mean, here, so this shot, and then that's the same shot, just from a different angle.
Okay.
They just repeated it, but it
works.
works.
The Q-tip guy.
There he is.
I got a pretty bad flu going on, Rock. You're me all right, though. I'll hook you up with these Q-tips.
That's one of the signature things about Rocky is going to the body, and breaking these ribs, and he broke Apollo's ribs there. And now here's the cut me Mick thing. You heard about that, right?
Well, go ahead.
Cut me Mick, cut me. His eye is so swollen over that they cut. There you go.
Razor blade, right?
Boom. Yeah. To let the swelling down, so he could see. And this becomes a plot point in Rocky 2 where his eye is messed up and he wants to fight again, but he's not really cleared to. Pretty gruesome.
Yeah. Okay, let me go. Go away. Yeah, I got it. Okay. Will you get out of here? Okay.
I can't tell if that's a sweater or a suit
Rocky's
jacket.
dad.
Okay.
That was
All
Rocky's
right.
dad.
Hey, $50.
Mr. Stallone.
Yeah. Tyler Stallone.
Tyler.
As that guy for 2 seconds.
Tyler Stallone is
Guy.
Rocky's guy. See, there's nobody in the background.
Half a second guy.
Nobody.
Tyler Stallone.
Nobody in the stands on those close-up shots.
Hey, it's good framing though.
Yeah, definitely. But you do the best you can. I mean, you can't hide that really. Look at this. Boom, boom, shots. Because I saw, the sequels first, when I went back to see this one, it was such a quaint thing for me.
Yeah.
And I would be getting really excited, but it was like going back in time because I
Right.
I saw the older or the newer ones first. Boom. Most controversial decision in cinematic.
Yeah, what's the
boxing
actual
history.
count? What's the count?
It's a split decision, and they give it to Apollo.
Has there been like a breakdown from fans?
Well, I mean, they montage everything from like the second to 15th through 14th round, so you can't
Stock
really
footage?
tell.
No?
No, that's not
Yeah.
stock. Here we go. This is good. I love the music. This is Adrian, very famous, screaming Adrian, Stella. Same thing.
Yeah.
And I think that's where I got it from. You ever seen the movie On the Waterfront with
I have not.
Marlon Brando?
No.
Freaking amazing
Is
movie.
it? Yeah.
Came out in 55, I think. You could see a ton of influence, from that to Rocky.
I could have been a contender,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, that's
the kissing scene where they're sinking Rocky and Adrian are the first time they kiss is straight from On
Right.
the Waterfront.
okay.
And Rocky's character is a lot like Terry Malloy, Marlon Brando in that movie. Very similar themes. He's a former boxer, but you don't see him actually boxing On the Waterfront. But just very similar stuff. But I've never seen Stallone actually talk about On the
So
Waterfront.
in part 2, what happens? I'm trying to remember. He goes
Part 2, they
rematch.
They do have the rematch, but it's like Rocky has to be goaded into it by Apollo because Apollo is embarrassed that he got almost
Right.
beat by a guy who was, unknown person.
What year was
Rocky
that?
spends all his money, 79.
Okay.
I love you. Look at that.
What did he do in the meantime? I wonder.
Rocky?
Stallone, yeah.
Stallone made a couple movies. He made Paradise Alley, which is not very good. He was in a couple movies that just didn't do very well, and he went back to Rocky. Boom. Now, Stallone has said that they put that freeze frame right there because that was like the peak of the emotion of the movie, and like the frame after that, everything kind of deflated. So that
He
was, like,
looks
the
directly
peak
into
of
the camera.
He looks right in there. We got it? All right. Moving on. But,
Anything in the credits you got?
This song is called Rocky's Reward. I really like it. It's on the violin.
Maybe you'll fry the egg up for Rocky. I don't know what that is.
Well, watching this years later, what'd you think of it?
It's great. I mean, there's a lot of walking.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
A lot of
I mean,
world
you
building.
forget that there's not really that much boxing in Rocky.
No, I mean, it's not. I mean, I guess you can categorize it as a sports movie, but it's a movie about characters that just has boxing in it.
Yeah.
It's a plot device. It's
I
not
think if you were like a
the main
younger
thing.
person now, like maybe 18, 16, whatever, and you're like watching Rocky, you'd probably be like, when do they do something?
Maybe yeah.
You couldn't get away with it now. I mean, if you watch like
well, maybe
Deer Hunter, have you ever seen Deer Hunter?
No.
It's the same idea. Like the first half of the film is nothing happens.
I love that though. I
Yeah.
love that kind. There's a movie called Out of the Furnace with Christian Bale and Casey
Yep,
Affleck.
yep.
I wanted to love that movie. The first 40% was perfect, and then they screwed the pooch. I think the second half of the movie for me.
All right. Well, this is Dave Pedersen.
This is Walter Bernasiak.
That was goddamn Rocky.
Hey yo,
Hey,
that's
yo.
my favorite movie. A favorite movie series of all time.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.